Hello and welcome to episode 198 of Naija's Geeking Out, your favorite comic book podcast with the Naija twist. Today you have got your host with the most cakes, and I'm joined by two of your others. Today, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. I'm sure they miss me from doing the intros, but go ahead. We have to let others do it once in a while, but I'm good.
Now, you know that you see that meme of Mourinho taking off the heads of the headphones, like
Oh yeah. In disgust.
was just talking. That's the look you had on your face, like what's like. Now, but how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You know, you have to let everybody have their delusions every now and then.
Everybody has their day in the sun.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
cool. So today, we have a short episode today, but we promised last week that one of us was going to watch the latest comic book movie in town, The Crow, and give a review. And we put ourselves through this so that you guys don't have to do this. Now, I'll tell you guys what happened when I tried to watch this.
It's a
Um,
duty.
it was duty, exactly, responsibility. So the Crow. Then the second thing is we're going to talk about the best newest villains since 2000s, right? Since the 2000s, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
basically
yeah.
our criteria?
Since
Yeah,
the turn
and
of
then
the
we'll grade
century.
them
Yeah,
since the turn of the
Yeah.
century. Yeah, of the millennium.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll grade them and we'll tell you what we think, if they are trash or if they're good, and if we hope to see more of them, or if we hope we never get to see them again. Okay. There've been quite a few, but these are the ones that we've just called to keep it short and sharp. Okay. So any news, by the way, guys? We'll talk about any rumors.
I think there's a couple. I think today can tell us some
Yeah,
movie
there's one.
rumors.
Yeah, there's one from DC. Josh Brolin is a rumor has apparently been offered the role of Al Jordan in the Lanterns TV show that is coming
Which
up.
Josh Brolin? Josh Brolin
There's
that
only
did that.
one.
Yes,
Yes.
cable,
He's
cable,
what's
aka
his dad's
famous.
name? His dad name is something Brolin. I'm just wondering if there's maybe he has a son that's acting now or something. Say
No.
in
No,
his
the same,
50s.
the same Josh Brolin that you know and
Yeah,
love.
from Thanos, Men in Black. Yeah, he's the one.
That played Cable
Yes,
in
Yes.
Deadpool.
yes.
Yes.
The funny thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if this happened.
I don't
Um,
mind it at all. I like it.
I don't like it at all.
Why?
Because obviously that's not the real age, the comic book age of Hal Jordan. Josh Brolin is a gruff type. I don't know whether it's going to be. Is it Hal Jordan has matured now and he's gone through some tragedy in his life and now he's like this? Because Josh Brolin, when he was younger, he could have played that. He could have played like the happy-go-lucky ace pilot,
Yeah.
but not now. I don't think I've seen him act like that in a while. Not in Outer Range or any of the movies I've seen him in recently. So I don't see it at all, and I don't like it. He's a good actor,
You
and I
saw
also
him
don't
in
like the
Dune,
fact that
right?
you're going to age. I don't like the fact that you're going to age Hal Jordan so significantly. I would like to see more of Hal Jordan, and I would like to see him go through the motions, not go through the. I mean, for fuck's sake, you could even use. I know people say we see him all the time, but I just love this guy now, Glenn Powell. I don't know why I just love that guy. Like you could easily give me Glenn Powell as Hal Jordan, not a late 50-year-old Hal Jordan. I don't want it. Don't want
See
it.
the way the Illuminati has pushed Glenn Powell into everybody's mouth out of
I
nowhere.
swear. I tell you,
Everybody's talking
but the
about
thing
it.
when you now see the guy's like just so good looking and he's just like smiling and he just looks like he's
Mm,
living his best
mm,
life. I'm like, you know what?
mm.
You do you.
Yeah,
And we haven't had a young movie star in a long time. It just feels like that's it. Just
we
I
have.
don't know.
We
I don't
we
know how to
always
explain it.
have young movie stars. Like, what is
No,
Timothy Shadow, whatever they call
Timothy Chalamet. I
Timothy?
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really think
Manly,
Timothy Chalamet has.
manly ones.
Thank you. He's a
The
what's that guy?
Hemsworth.
Who?
Is what?
Hemsworth.
The Hemsworths.
Hemsworth.
Yeah, but
Hemsworth.
Hamilton's not. It's not new now.
The Hemsworth look like movie stars, but their movies do not make money. If he's not carrying a hammer, he doesn't make money in that film.
I,
If he's not carrying a hammer,
has he actually
he
headlined
doesn't make money.
anything that's not MCU?
Yes, now.
Yes, a couple
Oh,
of
Extraction.
movies.
No, you should ask, has he headlined anything that's not MCU that made money?
Yeah, it has to.
Extraction.
Yeah. What? Say that again.
Extraction. The
But
Netflix
that
ones.
was not in the cinema now.
Okay,
fair
okay,
enough.
no, okay. So, okay, let me just tell you one now, just kill it. Men in
Yes.
Black International.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, never mind.
Yeah, I
Let's
remember
Okay.
that.
That film
Yeah.
made that's the first film that made negative money.
Yeah.
But it's
Hmm.
good to have someone that we're like, okay, this guy has the looks, he's acting well, So hey, okay, but go on.
Yeah,
Josh
so I
Brolin,
don't know. That was, do you like him?
Okay. So
For the role.
Jordan.
the weird thing is, you know my feelings about Hal Jordan.
I know you don't like him. But
Yes, but when I heard that news, I thought, oh, actually, Josh Brolin as an old Hal Jordan with some character, some experience, some gruffness, that appealed to me. That okay, I could watch that kind of Jordan because the very fact of you being at that age means you'll be a bit more bit more. I want to say this word, I can't pronounce it. Cantankerous. It's good in my mind now.
Cantankerous, yes.
Thank you. Yes, you'll be a bit more that, bit more gruff, bit more grumpy.
Of course.
I like that kind of. That my biggest issue with Hal Jordan generally, apart from what he did in comic wise, I always thought him as very zero personality. I've never rated, and it wasn't just him. That era when I was reading those comics, a lot of those DC heroes, you could replace them with each other. Apart from Batman, they were the same type of clean cut.
I know what you mean. There's one character that comes to mind when you say that, but I know what you mean. I'll say
Yeah. So now, ironically, when you now said Glenn Powell, he fits exactly my mind of the Hal Jordan that I don't like. The typical,
basically Hangman in Maverick is Hal
yeah.
Jordan.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So I thought, right, okay. So
Yeah.
if pushed, I would want Josh Brolin because of my own personal bias.
Okay.
Okay.
I also like Josh Brolin for Hal Jordan. I like the idea of a grizzled Hal Jordan. Like the Justice League should all have different life experiences. I want a Hal Jordan that has spent
Yeah,
time in
but the thing is,
space.
if we do that in the new Gunverse,
Yeah.
what does that mean for the character of Hal Jordan? And if we do that and if we follow up with the other casting news that you're about to give us, the other casting rumor that you're going to give us,
Yeah.
that means that Hal Jordan is significantly older than he's
Yes.
going to
You know
be
what?
mentoring.
Actually, that
So
actually
that
works.
age disparity
That
is just
works.
That
That works perfectly.
that actually works perfectly.
it's so
It works as a
confusing.
body. It works as a body cop movie. It
Yes.
works as Al Jordan being the first Lantern that has
Yes.
established himself, and the reason why we now have more Earth Lanterns.
Yes.
Yeah, it works as a mentor-mentee kind of
Yeah.
training
So
him kind of
it's
story.
like here's the first. He's done
Yeah.
it, been there. He's now got this new crop of younguns, younguns running around ring slinging, and he could be turning them off, probably training them. I don't know,
Okay.
So actually,
Yeah.
that even works for his universe because already we know Garganas in the universe already. We've seen him in
In the universe, yeah.
there seems to be John Stewart. So John Stewart might be the long term going forward, which also adds a bit of diversity to the universe.
Yeah.
With
And
Hal Jordan there as a presence, a main presence as I've done it. I'm an OG. I'm the OG Lantern.
Okay.
yeah. And James Gunn also responded that Owl has always been older than John as far as that we in the comics. So expect there to be some age disparity there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
Okay, so John, who are we hearing about for John now?
so yes. I don't want to because this rumor is just sounding very, very stupid because
I know.
the basis of this rumor is that the producer followed the actor on social media, and that's the only evidence. It's not anybody suggesting this. There's no insider information. The only evidence for this is that the producer of the show, followed. What's his name again?
Was it Idris one of them?
What?
Was Idris
Damson Idris, yes.
Damson Idris, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of Idris as the new Green Lantern for Al Jordan, for John Stewart?
I don't mind it at all. I would prefer Damson Idris as the new Black Panther, to be honest. But as the new Hal Jordan, I don't mind it.
No, as the new John Stewart.
As the new John Stewart, sorry, I don't mind it at all.
I'm not a fan.
I have no issues with it.
I'm not a fan, and my issue with, and I'm now trying to type and to see. He always seems to look like a kid to me. He doesn't look like an adult to me, and that's my biggest issue. So I'm looking at. I've gone to He looks like somebody who's barely just gone past his teenage 19 years. That's the only issue I have. And
it doesn't have that veteran look of I'm a soldier, I've been to war, I've seen shit.
Yeah, unless they're not going there with John Stewart anymore. It's just somebody who was a veteran of the army.
I mean, he could. I mean, so this is the funny thing, right?
Yeah.
You are saying that.
Oh, sorry, guys. By the way, I've just checked. I said this guy looks like a kid. I just checked his age. He's 33.
So I'm like, you guys are now kind of contradicting yourselves. You're saying that Damson Idris doesn't fit your idea of John Stewart because he looks too young.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Long story short.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, correct.
But you are willing to make that concession for Josh Brolin to play an older. Come on. Are you guys
No, see, the difference is Josh Brolin fits an older Al Jordan. And I'm fine with that. It's not changing the core.
And this guy fits a young. This guy fits
this guy does not fit John Stewart at all because he's like a John Stewart that has not gone to war at all.
No, but this guy has actually done a movie.
Maybe he's going to be a younger one.
He's done a movie that he's been to. He's done a movie that he's actually been a soldier. The first movie we saw him in with what's that guy's name that Pussy doesn't like? Anthony Mackie, where Anthony Mackie was a cyborg. He was a soldier.
Yeah, but like John Stewart gives that energy. Like he has this sergeant commander.
Okay,
I like Damson Idris, but
the energy, but the energy that Josh Brolin doesn't match the energy.
No, actually, you know what? Sorry, as I was talking to you guys, I was just looking at a few pictures. I think with a bit of small makeup and a different haircut, it might not look as babyish as he look. He's got a baby face. That's the only issue I have. He's got a baby face. I'm pretty sure we would probably be playing if it's him, he would play a mid-20s to late 20s John Stewart, which will fit what we know from the comics. I'm just quibbling that he looks too young, but I've seen a picture here where he's got a slightly less modern haircut. It's more, and I guess things like that can change. Can make you more convinced. So I'm not. I've changed my mind a bit. I'm not as against it as I was before now.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay. Who was the other person? There was another person that was named. It wasn't just Damson. That was followed.
Is it anybody famous? Because I saw the name. I did not recognize the name, if I'm being honest.
Wasn't it? The name is skipping my mind. I think it was on Cooksey or so.
Oh shit! Come on.
Who? Okay. Why do you say shit, Kex? Is this somebody not very good?
No. I'm just trying to remember who.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, I've seen the name now. Aaron Pierre. So Aaron Pierre is an interesting looking man. He's an English actor. He's 30 years old.
Oh God!
And he already looks older than Damson Idris. He's like one of these big. Where have I seen this guy before?
Guess who he looks like? He looks like John Stewart from Arrowverse.
Yeah, like John Diggle.
Yeah, John Diggle. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who is John Stewart?
Yeah, I don't mind him.
It's the same person?
No, it's not the same person. John Diggle and John Stewart is the same person in the Arrowverse. Yeah.
In the Arrowverse. Okay.
So, say again.
John Diggle, he became the Green Lantern. Basically, John Stewart stand by.
His name is John Stewart. He said there was a scene where he said my mother's maiden name was Stewart or something like that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there was So basically, he for Arrowverse he was John Stewart.
So I don't mind this guy, Aaron Pierre. Based off looks alone, I don't mind him.
If you say if I tell you the wrong reason why I don't like it, everything else,
Oh, so apparently he was in Krypton.
That's why Dapper doesn't like him.
No, not even that. I'm even embarrassed to say this.
I know why, and I agree with you. Is it his complexion?
Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
yeah.
John Stewart
Sorry,
to me,
bro. Like you're a very good-looking guy, but John Stewart, you don't.
John Stewart to me has always been on
black.
You, yeah.
He's a black guy.
Yeah.
This guy is a great-looking guy.
But he's got a good look though. He's got really chiseled.
Very He has a very
that staff sergeant look that I can.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. He looks like a soldier. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
John Stewart is just more Marshall Ali type.
Yeah.
But okay. So are you going Pierre or Damson today?
I'm going Pierre. Just based off looks alone.
Okay. Yeah, of course.
So you know what? Now I'm stuck.
Okay.
I'll go Damson Idris.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll give Damson Idris.
Okay.
But yeah, it will be interesting. It will be interesting to have the dynamic of a much older Hal Jordan, a more seasoned Hal Jordan, and a much younger. It would be interesting, Shaq.
And I wonder where I reckon maybe Guy Gardner's in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, DC news is moving forward. I mean, we've been hearing good things from them. Marvel, okay.
Well,
Fantastic Four.
What do you mean by
Fantastic Four? They're still. We've been seeing some very interesting set pictures and all of that from them there. Yeah, but good luck to them in their production.
I honestly have no idea what's going on with Marvel movie wise and what to expect.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah. So take it as it comes, kind of scenario.
I'm trying to be the same. I'm just like whatever. The thing is, the only difference is there are certain movies that when I hear about, I get annoyed. So when I hear about Fantastic Four, I get irritated. Like, I don't want to know about that. I have zero confidence when I hear about Avengers now and when I hear about Doom, I'm just like I don't want to hear. I don't want to know.
Okay. Yeah. Let's move on from there now. I mean that what you suffer. I mean, care to suffer through the Crow.
So I actually
tell us that we were all wrong and it was a brilliant film.
And it's the best film ever. That we should all go and watch it.
It's not the worst film ever. It's not the worst.
That's not a ringing endorsement.
No. I absolutely do not. Listen, I'm just going to tell you what I saw, and then you guys make up your minds. So I booked to watch this film on Friday, and I completely forgot. Or as I prefer to think of it, my mind kind of tried to protect me. I just asked me to just ignore that. I had already bought the ticket, had picked my seats, and on Saturday I was not like, I think I was supposed to watch this movie yesterday. So I checked my calendar and I saw it was the day before Friday. So I had to basically buy another ticket for Sunday this time to go watch it. So this movie is by Rupert Sanders, the guy who did Snow White and the Huntsman, and he also did Ghost in the Shell. Two movies that I kind of liked, to be fair to him. I don't mind those films at all. So this is the actual third directorial feature movie. And it stars, what's his name? Bill Skarsgård, FKA Twigs, and a guy called Danny Houston. So this Danny Houston guy was in Wonder Woman, the first one, not 84. He was in the he was the bad guy in Wonder Woman.
I remember him.
Not Ares, but the guy that was the general boss of there was a lady, Dr. something, that had gas. Dr.
Yeah.
That she had acid on her face, that she had poured acid on her face.
Like one of the Nazi. It was one of the Nazi.
Dr. Poison.
Yes. Yes, Dr.
Yeah.
Poison, he was her boss.
Yeah.
So he was the one that was dancing with her when he was the one that was dancing with Diana when Diana had the sword between her butt cheeks in the this thing.
The dick has been around. He's been around.
He's been
He's been around
around,
for a
and
while.
anytime you
Okay.
see him, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's never a good guy.
Okay.
So he's the main bad in this one as well. So basically, this movie, so it stars Bill Skarsgård as a guy called Eric, and he's supposed to be, I think, sort of early 20s. Now, Eric and the girl called Shelley. So Shelley's played by FKA Twigs. I'm gonna go straight into spoilers. So she witnesses a crime, and she has it, and somebody records the crime and then sends it to her on her phone, her friend. And then so it was a crime that was committed by a powerful man, a rich and powerful guy in the city. So that guy, the rich and powerful guy, sent his henchmen to go and get the girl. While she was trying to escape, she bumps into some cops and her bag drops, and then she has like pills and drugs. She's like a junkie.
Okay.
And then so they're like, basically they take her into juvie, and while she's in juvie, she meets Bill Skarsgård's character played by Eric. So he's like all these tattooed guys, tattoos on his face, kind of gothy kind of vibe, and then that's where they first meet in this almost juvie center where everybody has to wear. You think of it as also like rehab,
Okay. Yeah.
where almost where like David Haller was in Legion, in Fox's Legion.
Yep.
And then they meet like that, and then they both escape the place together. Funny enough, let me break this film into three arcs or three parts. So the first part is that relationship. You don't even see anything about the crew, anything crew related in like the first third of the film. It is just these two almost discovering themselves. Now, FKA Twigs is somebody that I've only known because she was dating Robert Pattinson, who was Batman.
Okay.
That was the only thing I knew about her. I don't know her music. She's like all these girls that has like what's it called? Like a ring in the eyebrow. Yeah, a bit gothy, like a bit quite out there. Like she'll do like funny makeup. But in this film, I was like, this is a very, very attractive girl. Like, she's British. Even she has the accent in the thing.
Film,
so she's a lady. She's like, they have very, very good chemistry on set. Like you can believe these two people met. They fell in love. They were. This kind of love that is kind of, it's not going to end well.
Yeah.
But they get each other so well.
Fated for a bad ending. Yes.
Fated for a bad ending. You could just tell that these two are not gonna. They're getting tattoos of each other on their hands. This kind of.
I wouldn't be surprised if they have like blood veils of themselves around.
Yeah, that is exactly what they were like. But it really worked. Like even when they were like making out, I was like, oh, this is. The chemistry is so strong between these two characters. But again, the girl's past catches up with her, and then they both get murdered. They and in a very kind of slightly horrific way. They get both of them. They get pinned down, and then their faces are covered with talc, like like this. Yeah, it's like when you do laundry and they put it in your bag, laundry bag, the transparent one. So they both get like suffocated while looking at each other. It's quite scary and intense. So they die, and then he comes back, and then basically the whole crew story starts where he has a guide, like a guide who actually tells him that this is what's happened to you, which is quite very, and this is where the lame part of the movie starts. The guy says, sometimes a soul is so in love with another soul, and basically wants revenge. It was just cock and bull, really. I was just like, okay, this actually sounds really dumb. And then he says, okay, the crow, the real life crow bird is going to be like your guide when you go back to the earth, back to Earth. The crow will guide you, and until you get revenge for what was done to you and to her, your soul and her soul will not be able to cross over. Sounds just some BS like that. And this is where the film gets really boring. He's a character who he doesn't really have any. He's not particularly strong. He's just invulnerable. He's just
Right. Okay.
like you shoot him, he feels he feels pain.
Right.
He feels pain, but they give him some time and the wound would heal. If you stab him, the wound would heal. Give it some, but he will feel it. But again, he's just like a young punk who heals.
Yeah.
It got really boring, and the quest of him trying to find out why she was killed, what was on the recording, what was on the tape. That whole third of the movie, I give it a solid, maybe an E or an F grade, because it was just a nothing. You've got a bad guy here who's played by Danny Houston, where he he's been alive for centuries, and he gets by, yeah, centuries. He he kills people for the devil, basically.
Right.
He
Okay.
kills souls, yeah, for the devil, and in return he's had like long life and everlasting, like long life. So he also has this particular power where if he whispers, he can whisper in your ear and get you to do things.
Right. Okay.
And he basically, the thing is, he'll whisper in your ear, and the worst part of you will come out. That was the whole thing. Your eyes roll back, and then it's supposed to be really, really terrifying. So he did it to Shelley, who's FKA Twigs,
Yeah.
earlier
Yeah.
in the movie, and she kills her friends, and that gets recorded, and it's that recording that she now has, and
Right.
it's just a whole lot of babble that isn't particularly interesting. It doesn't add anything. It doesn't add anything to the movie. And it is by far the most boring. Like, I was watching it and I was comparing it to the Brandon Lee ones, where there are parts in that movie where he's on a bike and then he's on a Harley Davidson and riding, and the crow is flying beside him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
cool. It just looked cool.
Yeah. 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 I remember that scene. Yeah. I remember that scene.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like a really, really, really iconic, just like shot. But this one, the guy is like walking. He has a long, long trench coat. He has goth makeup on. It just it's very lame, and that's what kills it. The
What's
third
what's the action like?
the third part is where you
Yeah.
have
Go on.
the key set piece of this movie,
Right. Okay.
right? And it's an action sequence where some of the bad guy has this main hench person who's a woman, like his right hand person.
Mhm.
So this lady and some of the goons, they go. This lady, like all these sophisticated society ladies, but she said she did
Yeah.
do jazz.
Right.
So she goes to watch the opera, and then Bill Skarsgård, Eric, tracks her down there, and then he goes through. It's at an opera house, and then he has to kill all her henchmen, and she has like maybe 20 henchmen who are also trying to kill him. So they're
Right.
shooting at him. They are, and he all he has is a knife, not a knife, a sword, and he's stabbing them. Sometimes one is behind him, he's stabbing himself to stab that one, and he's like, just imagine 20 people at different intervals trying to kill someone and shooting at
Yeah.
him, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's supposed to be cool, but it's not great. It's a very gory, but it's still rather boring.
Your
That whole
tone.
thing, yeah, it's
Your
just
tone says it all.
it's not well done, and it's perhaps maybe the only real action bits in the whole thing. After a while, there's only so much you can do with a guy that gets shot and doesn't
Yeah.
die. Yeah,
Well, I mean, you could say they could have done a lot more, because what you're describing is a
yes,
Wolverine type, a berserker type.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. They really could have, but those people they have fight training,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
so that also makes it look nice. But this guy doesn't have anything. He's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
like
okay. I get you. I get you. So he
But
got no skills, just that one ability. Okay.
just that
but
one.
that
Yeah,
can be cool in execution though. Like
it isn't.
I yeah, this movie sounds like it sucks, but like the
It,
idea of a guy
it
that
makes
cannot
sense.
be
Yeah.
killed,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
a guy that cannot be killed but doesn't know how to fight, just going up and just by relentless sheer will
Yeah.
getting revenge.
It really does get boring. It really
Okay.
does get boring. Yeah, it really. Anyway, he gets there, kills her, gets the Danny Houston character, kills him, and then I don't even understand. He trades his life basically for the girl, so the girl comes back to life.
Oh, right.
His
Okay.
FKA twin comes
Yeah.
back to life, but he now has to act like basically he's now like a what do they call this guy that guides people on the river Styx, like a Chiron character, like type
Yeah.
person who is now like the
Usher,
person who sees people across.
okay,
Yeah.
ushers them across the river
Yeah,
stick.
across
Yeah,
the rivers. Yeah, exactly to the other side. So he trades his life for hers, and she comes back to life. And just something about along the lines of their love is so powerful. It's
Okay.
it's um it's very disappointing. So it's a movie that the first third of the film is like it's genuinely like a C, or maybe even a C plus. This is before the crow comes in. Once the crow comes in and he dies, or he dies and he comes back as the crow, this is where the film starts to like really, really drop.
that's
Out
weird.
of 5 stars, it's a 1 for me.
Good. I was going to say if you give this more than a 1 after your description, then
It's a 1.
there's something
It's a
wrong.
1. I was and this is I would have given it lower, but I was prepared for something bad. So like the first thought I was watching, I was like, this film is actually not that bad. These people have really good chemistry. There are two people that attractive looking people who are making me believe that they are damaged and they're getting, they're somehow together, they work. But after they die and he comes back, it just becomes rubbish. So the chemistry is good. It's always raining in the city. It's a lot like Gotham in the Batman. It's always raining.
I'm not surprised. They try to make it kind of moody, a moody
yeah,
town.
very gothic.
Yeah.
I don't think there were up to 3 daytime scenes in the whole film. But where in the Batman it works, Gotham is almost like a character on its own. Here it doesn't. And there are lots of logic fails. Like you know that this powerful man in the city is after you. Why do you come back to the city after you escape the facility? Like you should, like literally, the person is here. You should be in York. That's where you should go and set up your life. Like you shouldn't even be anywhere near this. It's a 1. It's a 1. I would not suggest anybody goes to see it, and I'm quite disappointed that Skarsgård went for this and why they even did this remake. It's a big black mark on. I don't even know who did this, who the studio. It was just a waste of money, to be honest. So yeah, and before I watched this movie, I decided to read a couple of the Crow comic books.
Yeah.
By a guy called it was created by a guy called James O'Barr. So it has like a whole load of there's like the Crow, Death Rising, the Crow, City of Angels, like different the Crow stories and arcs, but also different characters. So one character, it's a guy who dies with his girlfriend, and then he comes back to avenge her. In another arc,
okay. So the Crow is not just one person; it's
the spirits almost.
Okay.
So there are people that have been that need to be avenged, basically. And it's not bad. It was written like between 89 to sort of the early 2000s. So, but the sensibility is still very much very hard rock. It's still very rock star, people with rocky hair, spiky hair, goth makeup, or that kind of stuff. That kind of very Kiss rock type stuff. So it's basic. The stories are basic. I don't really see the need for doing a movie of it at all. But yeah, the comic book is better than the movie. Let me put it that way. Better than the remake.
Not a surprise.
Not the first one. So, guys, if you want The Rock, read it. The Crow, read it, but don't go and watch it. So okay.
I'll make sure I'll just keep my memory of the Brandon Lee one.
Yeah. But you know what this means? That this means that your list of comic book movies is incomplete.
Yes.
So what do you mean by that?
You have a list of comic book movies that you rate.
Yes, that I've seen.
If you don't watch this movie, then this movie that means your list is incomplete.
I'm pretty sure there are many superhero movies of the same caliber as this that I've not watched.
But are you sure? We're talking about this one on the podcast. So
you're not going to gaslight me into watching this film.
I mean, but the point of the list is to make it as exhaustive as possible.
If anything, now that you mentioned that list, I'm pretty sure I don't even, and I've seen it. I've not got the original Crow on that list. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Because when I was
Yeah,
thinking back then of superheroes, that never occurred to me. I'm pretty sure it's not on that. Those are not even on the list anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
none
you
of
need
them
to
are on the
update
list.
your list.
I need to update it. I think I've seen a few that I've not. I think I've not updated in about
I
like
wouldn't be
4 or 5
surprised.
films.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that
Yeah.
you're missing films left, right, and center, it's not longer that. Yeah. I mean, what's the point of the list even?
Today, you are no Harley
Mm.
Quinn. Please.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
What's next?
Yeah, so now that, we'll be moving on to the main topic for today, and we'll be talking about comic book villains, specifically new comic book villains. So this particular conversation started off when someone posted a picture of the Nemesis and triggered some people whose names will not be mentioned here into how terrible of a villain he is. And then we started wondering to ourselves, what new villain have we seen that we really like and what makes them stand out? So yeah, we'll be going through a couple of them. At least
Mhm.
by our list, we've tried to restrict it to villains that were created after 2000s. So
Okay.
villains in this millennium.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
21st century villains.
villains, exactly. And yeah, we'll be going over some of them, what makes either iconic or downright rubbish.
Yeah, so
So
my interest in this would be: are they great or are they trash,
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
or are they just rip-offs?
Mid.
Or mids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, hopefully we can now look at them and say, okay, this is what makes someone great, and this is what makes this worst. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll kick off with personally one of my worst, Professor Pig.
Trash.
Trash.
That
He is a Professor Pig is a serial killer who wears a pig mask. He I think he kind of dissects his victims or something,
Yeah.
and he has henchmen. And I'm like,
Doesn't he rip the faces off somehow?
yeah, I think he cuts their faces or something, like something. Yeah, like he turns their skin inside out. Like he's a Hannibal Lecter type, right?
In a way,
But
yes. Yeah.
how does he now have henchmen? And how is it that Batman is not able to, like, that is the problem. Like, it literally feels like someone like today can wear a costume and call himself like the Tickler or something stupid like that and go and terrorize Gotham, and Batman will just be like, oh, a new villain. I'm not
he
even
wears
going
a
to
mask.
I'm not going to stop this guy who wears a mask. I'm not going to actually stop this guy. But he and I will now have to start a relationship of, I punch you today, you come back tomorrow. I punch you today, you come back tomorrow. Like, he doesn't take people down. It's so irritating that someone like Professor Pig is a Batman villain, a recurring Batman villain.
Yeah. But like, I think Professor Pig, and not to defend him because I hate him, it works in a way in that there is always someone bigger to focus on. He's never the there's always someone more pressing to deal with. So he just floats through that particular level of
I get you. You know, there's something I do. Maybe like every weekend, one weekend in a month. Maybe like every weekend, maybe like a Saturday in a month. Like every month, I'll just clean my inbox. That's what you're supposed to do. So this guy is an inbox, like all these, like an invite to a meeting that you missed and you couldn't even watch it. But I can't stand having like 120 something unread messages. So every once in a while, I'll just go through. Not important. Responded to this, didn't get a chance to respond. That's gone. So why don't you, Batman, after you've had like the war of riddles and jokes or something, after you've been through that whole shit, when you get back, the first thing is just be like, I owe Professor Pig a beating. Go and get Professor Pig, beat him, and let's do that. We're not seeing him again. Otherwise, you're just keeping these problems that are just going to keep cropping up. So dedicate one night.
So your problem with Professor Pig is that he's not threatening enough.
Yeah, but you need to take him up. So do you now wait until he becomes threatening enough? Even if he's not threatening enough, he's killing one person in Gotham.
No, I mean, as a villain to Batman, your problem with him that is not a significant enough threat to Batman that you don't get why Batman.
No, I don't get why he is recurring. So he can come. Maybe he can be. Maybe he could have been a character that was in a story, and then Batman, at least like Batman, just like beat him so badly that I was like, if I ever see you again, if I ever See you again. And then the guy just moves to Coast City or
Yeah,
something.
he
Or Central City.
for,
It's
for
like
what he,
ridiculous.
for what he does,
It's
he's the kind of villain that the first time Batman
messy.
comes across his path, does the detection, finds him. That should have been the last time we saw him.
That should be the last time.
It should be a one-off issue where a serial killer has been caught.
Yeah.
Not that this guy becomes a recurring villain,
Yeah.
running around Gotham, killing people. He's cop level. He's a villain that is cop level villain. The cops should do it.
Exactly. Honestly, even this guy should be able to take the guy down. What's his name?
Bullock.
Bullock.
Yeah, I was going to say Gordon, but Bullock. Even Bullock. Even Bullock. Yeah.
So I think to be honest, I think we spent too much time on somebody who's
trash.
Who's really trash. Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
Okay. Still speaking on trash Batman villains, feel safe.
Okay, I'll go. I'm conflicted, so I'm going to go mid on this
Same.
one.
He's definitely mid. He's definitely mid. So Failsafe, for everyone who doesn't know, was created by I think Zdarsky and Jimenez a few months back.
Yeah.
This year, certainly, maybe even the newest one. He is the brainchild of Zoram Noor, or what's his name? I always mix that guy's name with Ensaba Noor. Who is basically like Batman's alter ego, who is just pure Batman and no Bruce Wayne, right? So what happens is in a hypnotic state, Batman summons this alter ego or this underlying psyche called Zoma Noor or something. Somebody please correct me. And so what that psyche did was created and designed a robot Batman. Doesn't need to sleep, has countermeasures for all the Justice League and everybody, has basically the best parts of Batman, has his what's that thing called? Like his brain waves without any of the conscience or anything.
Yeah. So
and then Batman or Zora Noor created this if ever Batman went bad. So basically he created a failsafe against himself, hence the name failsafe. But now what happened is failsafe came online and is now a threat or became a threat to Batman and actually said, look, Batman, you are not being efficient enough. You're not doing enough. And you be like, say you are a problem. So I'm going to do the job while you sit back. And of course, Batman, that's his problem. So it's like your wife breaking your golf clubs. It's not possible.
Batman.
Yeah. Exactly. I literally just learned this new arm breaking move yesterday, and you are telling me that I can't use this? Nah, I'm going out there. So now failsafe, the programming got corrupted, and failsafe is now working with Amanda Waller to take down all the
all heroes.
Somehow, Amanda Waller has decided that the heroes are more dangerous than the villains. Like, I don't understand this whole absolute power.
Absolute, like, let's not get into absolute power. Absolute power is annoying. The
It's
logic
really
behind it.
And what upsets me is that sorry for saying this, but the DC guys are like, what if Amanda Waller actually took out all the heroes? Like, and they think this is a good idea. So you don't think that her first priority should be like, okay, let me take out all the villains, and then when all the villains are gone, then let me take out the heroes. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like
so. So failsafe, mid.
I don't like
because I can see potential for it, but I don't like the way it's being used right now. Okay, sorry, today.
Yeah, for me, I don't like the concept of failsafe at all. I don't like the creation of failsafe. Like everything about failsafe annoys me. The idea that, and this stems to my problem with Batman, the idea that Batman is supposed to be this multiversal level threat that can create an android that takes down the entire Justice League is like, it pisses me off. The idea that Batman needs a robot rather than somebody just slapping him on his head as a failsafe for Batman. It's like, it's ridiculous.
It's annoying.
It's what?
It's annoying. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Zdarsky has done a lot of annoying things with Batman for me, honestly. And it's not just him, but even James Tynion did a lot of really annoying things with. Remember Ghostmaker was
Clown
Killer or Clown Hunter or
Clown Hunter. Clown Hunter works in a certain way, but it's very.
It works like a parody, kind of. In a
but
certain unhinged way. But
Yeah.
these heroes these villains that just come out of the woodwork and they're a product of they're almost what if Batman was bad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
That's what they are. Yeah. Like, I don't mind Batman being bad. I don't mind Batman playing the morality line. But like, Batman's fundamental character is that he's human. He doesn't have powers. That's the biggest thing about him. So when you now put this kind of guy and you now say, oh, he created this android that can take out all the Justice League and I can take him out, and because he's so masterful, he needed a special contingency that the contingency. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with your
I agree.
nonsense.
It's about as stupid as him falling from space.
That part of the entire comic was.
But this whole thing is a continuation of the progression of Batman being somebody who can do everything,
Then
can defeat everybody. And
you can't eat your cake and have it, Grant Morrison. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I blame that. I also blame the Batman fans, the dukes of this world, the Bat wankers. They lap this thing off. They lap it off. That, oh yeah, Batman's the biggest threat in DC.
In the
No, you're
DC,
not.
yeah.
This is somebody that Superman can sit in his lounge, in his bathtub, and kill him from 100 miles away if he wanted to. But
Yeah.
we're
supposed to pretend it like you can't eat your cake and have it with Batman. It's either he's human and all that comes with it, or he's a god and all that comes with it. You can't say he can beat a god, but he's also human at the same time. It's like, no, it's not. Pick your lane.
Today, he's a testament to the ultimate prevailing of the human spirit over gods.
Over physics as well.
Over everything.
Over everything.
Yeah.
Over everything. Like, yeah. I mean,
I would just like them to your point, to just write
Yeah.
a simple Batman story. I'm sorry. Look at that's genuinely what makes the Nightwing comic books so good. It doesn't go into something like super crazy.
Right. Sorry, before Kev starts his PR,
I was going to give you 2 hours.
We'll just move on to the next video, please. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I almost got you. I was like,
I can see it coming in by the way. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, we're still on Batman villains because apparently Batman is the one that introduces the most villains, most of them villains of the week. Okay. Most of them like this is spawning arc. So let's quickly get over this one. Punchline.
I didn't like Punchline. I did not. I said, let me be clear. Okay, I did not like Punchline. Punchline, because I was like, Punchline is Harley Quinn. So, like, I don't understand. Like, in my head, I was like, this is just a Harley Quinn who's like, no. Whereas Harley Quinn became good, I'm going to stay bad and be stabbing people. I've never liked the idea of Punchline. So for me, very, very trash. I never gave her a chance, to be fair. So, because guys, I'm like, so people are watching TV and they're like, wow, I want to be like this Joker character that's causing chaos and blah, blah, blah. I know there are copycat serial killers in reality. So but there are people that are so unhinged that they want to now join his faction. And I
can buy that.
And somehow they come back again. I'm like, but man, you need to start killing people.
My problem with Punchline is that when they try to make Harley Quinn good or appealing to the audience, they felt this. Yeah, like she still told the line, but like when they try to do that for Harley Quinn, it's like no, but we still like
she's a hero. She's a hero.
So,
tell me the last bad evil thing that Harley Quinn did. Harley Quinn is a hero. Harley Quinn is just a hero who still gets along with some villains like King Shark. Like
Kite Man, I think what's happened here. I think Punchline is almost a course correction version of Harley Quinn.
Correct.
Yes. So they say, "Oh God, we've made Harley Quinn too good now. She's no longer
too good."
Yeah. Let's create a new version of Punchline of Harley Quinn. Call it Punchline, but keep her bad.
Yeah. So I'm like,
yeah, man.
Make her edgy. She stabs. Just
I didn't even buy the logic of what she. I can understand what she tried to do, but the way she got away with it and the way she went to court and she got up. I just find the whole thing Yeah,
Yeah,
it's mad to me. I want to tell, but
Yeah.
it's a mad. It's a mid to
I
me.
mean, the thing is, well, what's this thing called? The fact we're talking about means they succeeded on some level with this particular villains. But yeah,
Yeah.
now this will be the last Batman villain I'll call for a while.
One sec.
Yeah,
I said trash. You guys haven't said anything.
trash.
I'm going mid on that one.
Okay. Yeah, the Joker who laughs.
The Batman who laughs.
The Batman.
Is
who
it the
laughs.
Batman who laughs or the Joker who laughs? The Batman who laughs. Yes.
Yeah.
the Batman.
It's Joker.
It's
but
Joker. Yes,
The
who
Batman who
laughs.
laughs.
Yeah.
It's weird. God. You know what? I
I
don't
have
like
to
this
think about
character.
this.
I don't like this character.
I hate this character, but I need to give it some thought.
Whether it's trash or not.
I don't like the character at all, and I don't like.
I don't like.
I got it.
I don't like the book.
I got it. Trash.
Yeah. I'm going trash.
Because in reality, it's actually just an edgy Batman.
Yeah. Edgy
It's a Batman
Batman.
with spikes.
Yeah.
With
Spikes.
a Robin that's on a chain. It's just edgy Batman.
The event that brought her out as well.
I swear.
Trash.
I swear.
Making her some, not trash. I don't want to go too deep. She's trash.
Yeah, it's trash. It's trash.
And I also got this. I've got this thing against making. How do I describe it? Making parents of Bruce Wayne evil.
No, you're thinking about someone else.
No, you're talking about someone else, and I like that particular one. That's Flashpoint.
You like that one?
Joker.
You're talking about
okay, yeah. So that Joker.
The Joker and his Batman. Yeah.
So I'm merging the two together. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
The Batman who laughs is Dark Metal. The metal one. Yeah.
You're talking about Martha. Martha.
Yeah, Martha. Yeah.
Joker.
Yeah.
I would like. I kind of like that because
I don't like. This is not a Batman thing. I didn't have an issue when I've got characters that I've known for years. I've known the parents for years, and they've been good. And then suddenly they start showing those. And this happened a lot recently with Batman's parents, especially the mom. Even in current universe now, we said that the mom was mentally unstable for
but
ages.
I like it. Do you know what?
I don't like all of that. Go on.
Sorry, I like it because we've always had this. His parents are infallible. His dad was a surgeon, doctor, / pioneer of the city. Used to like designing stuff to make the city better.
Yeah.
He was chairman of the board, but somehow he was a fantastic surgeon who would save people, including criminals when they were shot. Including he would build like the monorail, and he wanted to take the city into the next. It was like the dad was just doing too much. I was like, this man, you have to die. He was doing the most. So that guy. Then the mom was like, this homely mom. Oh, Bruce, you bumped your knee. Sorry. You know what happened? She would tell him one of that. I was like, all of this. I actually like the fact that it now feels like that was Bruce's. The way as a child your parents are perfect.
Yeah.
So it feels like that was Bruce's memory of these people. So his memory of them, because they died when he was so young, was he didn't get to know them as adults when he was an adult. So he sees them as these perfect parents. They were always, checking his, you have a boo-boo. But I like the fact that in reality, his mom was crazy. And it really helped me understand a little bit more that Bruce Wayne is not himself. Okay.
It's mental.
He has he's inherited some of his mom's psychosis. It just doesn't manifest the way she probably did.
Yeah.
So I genuinely like it. Makes Batman a lot more interesting to me. The fact that he has
his parents are crazy.
Yeah, that he has.
And to be fair, even his mom craziness, I don't think it was. I mean, she had some mental illness, but she was still functioning in the way. Yeah. So there was that, and I like the first time this was introduced in Flashpoint, where it was an inversion of Batman, where the dad was Batman, the mom was Joker. And that relationship, that inversion made a lot of sense for me. So that one is really good. I like
the fact that just one last thing, that
his
mom's line had a history of mental illness.
Exactly, the Arkhams.
I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
it explains a lot of his decisions because it's not normal for
exactly.
you to think like that. So okay, so sorry, no, but that's not the person. Sorry, we went off
Yeah,
track.
that's fine. That's fine. That's
I
fine.
don't
You
know
went
the
off.
Batman that wears spikes on his eyes
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah,
he's very edgy. He's very edgy lord. Trash.
yeah.
Even when I'm
I'm
reading,
like,
I'm just doing like this. You know, I felt nothing for the character at all.
like
I'm like, how
I
do you
felt,
see? How do you see out of the
yeah.
spikes? Yes, yeah.
I felt nothing for the character. I felt nothing
Me
for the
too.
threat.
Yeah.
I just
Me too.
didn't like the metal events completely. Like it was just like, what is
Yeah.
Snyder? Snyder is just going overboard with everything, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
It was rubbish.
yeah, Batman
So,
doesn't need this.
so the Batman Who Laughs, we're saying, is that three trashes?
Trash.
Trash, trash,
Yeah,
trash,
yeah, yeah.
trash,
I
trash.
agree. I agree.
Okay, yeah. Now I think this is my final Batman villain, and this is one that kicked things off. Court of Owls.
No, great. Great. Now the challenge is we're saying court of owls. Is Talon one of them? Or we're just talking about the court in general.
No, together. I think it's all together.
Talon is
Together.
a, yeah,
Now, let's just say together. For me, I'll say great. Yeah,
Really?
I'll
yeah,
say between mid and great. Because now they were introduced in a fantastic story, in my opinion.
yeah.
And they haven't really done anything bad since then.
They're still
And there are
there.
there are people that if they come, they're now almost like a mainstay of the universe that I don't mind.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go great. It's not often that we get like,
yeah.
yeah, for me personally.
For
That for
me,
you? You have
it's
some
it's it's,
reservations?
it's, it's mid. It's 100% mid.
Okay.
Why?
I've never really, apart from the original story that introduced them,
Yeah,
I like that story. Not because of them. Yeah, they're part of the mythos, in retrospect, the part of the myth of Gotham. We had the Grey Son. He's the Grey Son, the one, all that. I kind of like that story,
Mhm.
but I didn't really think Cobb Owls was that great outside of that story. And the more I see them, when I see them in other stories, it just leaves me cold. The Talons, they what are they on in hibernation? They come out. They don't. You can't kill them unless you ice. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm mad about them. You
yeah.
know, I can see somebody, a great writer, writing a story that making use of them in a good
Exactly.
manner. But
Yeah.
for me, they're mid. If I never heard about them again, I would have missed them personally.
So
Yeah, I think that's what,
I
what,
think
what
they're
I like,
great.
the fact that they can be used by somebody else and
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
even
I mean,
still used
yeah.
well. So I'm like, okay, all right.
No, for me, I love the Court of Owls. I love that
Okay.
story a lot, and I love how they are a fixture of Gotham in a way that makes sense. These are the kind of stories I like in comics. Stories that give more context to like the one we're talking about the Joker, his mom, Batman's mom being
Yeah, yeah,
psycho. Stories that give context to the character and the world. Like the Court of Owls, it makes sense that the rich guys in Gotham all get together, so some shit, they shit together and commit crimes. Like it just makes sense that this is why
yeah.
Gotham is the hellhole
Okay,
it is.
okay. I'll say
Yeah,
something because I was going to go off track about the whole. I find that Gotham now has too many layers. You
Yeah,
got you
yeah,
got the
yeah,
you got the organs. They keep on adding, and I know it's the nature of comics that have been running for like 80 years. Yeah, so sometimes I go, oh god, here we go. I don't know, and then I always think that if I start to actually track back and on with it, these things don't mesh properly. Where were you when this was happening? What were you doing? But it's comics, so in a
yeah.
way, you
I, I,
can't
I,
really.
yeah.
I, I
Yeah,
Also,
completely understand that. I agree with you, but it's just
mm,
unfortunately, it's
the nature of comics.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why I like the Court of Owls because the nature of their story does means they don't have to pop out every other time.
Yeah.
Like the way why they pop out in that story was because of a very specific reason. And normally, like throughout the entire history, they are fine being in the shadows, just fine being they are doing their own thing and making their money. So that's why I like them. Like you can, they're a part of the world you can easily ignore,
Yep,
yeah,
which
yep, yep.
means they can just be a fixture in the background and you can do whatever you want. It's just like part of the landscape. The same way Arkham has become part of the landscape and
yeah,
all this.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's
yeah,
like it doesn't change anything. It just gives context to the background.
yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. So that's Cut of House. Now some random ones from here and there.
okay.
The Hood. Kek.
Oh, I don't like David at all. Okay, so let me think. One sec. Let me think. One sec. Let me be clear. I do not like the character of Parker Robbins. Oh god, I don't like him at all.
You
I don't
hate
like
him.
him at all because he is a small time hood who locked into a demonic artifact or demonic artifacts, and since then he has been a thorn in everybody's side. Is like the ultimate small time crook that got some. Okay, he's like what's the name of these guys? The Wreckers, the Wrecking Crew, Demolition Crew.
Yeah.
The guys that have the Asgardian, Crowbar, and the Wrecker, and Thunderer, Thunderball, and all those guys. That's how they are. They're like small time that have now got to something. They're now like just a problem for everybody. But this guy doesn't even know his place. He always aspires to man.
Higher.
Okay, so how am I going to kill Wilson Fisk? I'm like, are you mad?
That's human nature now.
Like, yeah, but the problem is he will now try to explain it as I'm doing it for my family. I'm doing it for my wife, my
that
ex,
makes him interesting.
and our kids. I don't like the guy at all. And I think sometimes I think if they have his time, they really should have gotten rid of him. Like someone like Dr. Strange. So they'll be like, what am I even doing tomorrow? I think I have like 30 minutes. Let me go and get rid of this guy. Okay. The Hood, mid, not trash, mid.
That's what
Because when he does appear in stories, he's always very nice, and he's such an annoying person. He doesn't know his level at all. He will point his guns at Namor, like he doesn't even look at it. Like in Juggernaut, he can point guns at him. Like
all what you're describing is making me like him more.
He's an asshole. That's it. He's an asshole.
I'm gonna go mid as well on this guy. But when he first came out, I like the concept of him.
Yeah.
But when he first came out, it was not quite on one side. You could believe this is a guy who's into crime because he had all the options. He's not very good at it. He's at low level. That possibly if somebody give him a good job, he probably won't go back to crime. You could see that at the beginning. But as the story progressed, the guy just turned out to become a loser. I want to say loser, like he was always grasping for more and more power. My guy, at one time, the guy was running from Infinity Tube. You were stealing hubcaps. You were like, look, you're not even on the chain of mafia. He was like bottom level. Now he went to steal Ghost Rider's Spirit Soul. This kind of level.
Making deals with Vampire Nation. I'm like, this guy.
Yeah, and the people you keep on saying you're doing it for, they always end up being the last person you look after.
Yeah, they all want the guy.
So that is why I like him.
No, but I just think, and because he always fails. Let's be very clear. He always fails.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying, but it's not trash. It's just mid for me. He's just mid for me.
For me, I like him. Like he represents the most relatable criminal. He's a criminal that started off with good intentions, that realized he liked it too much, and is always going for too much. And because he thinks of himself more than he is, he's always going to go for what is next, even though he's going to fail. And it's like that kind of guy you like to watch him fail. If I put it that way.
Yeah. Okay, so anytime something happens, I'm like, I know you're going to. I know, and I can't wait
to see that. Yeah. Like for me, Storian, like, is the most common villain trope. Like, what's this guy in Breaking Bad? Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm doing it for my family," and then he's just going for more power. I'm going to become the next boss. I'm going to kill out the next. So it's like,
it's not unrealistic. It's very, very, very realistic.
It's very realistic. Like it's a common trajectory. Of criminals here. So it's like, okay.
You always want more.
Yeah. So going on from the Hood, I'll mention Null.
Oh, one of the worst. One of the absolute worst. Introduced 4 years ago?
Yes.
Something like that. As basically the god of the symbiotes. He came about. What's the name of that event? Null War, something like, I don't know, something where he basically blankets the earth in like a
symbiote.
King in Black.
King in Black. Oh God. Oh God. Absolutely. Like, okay. Great. Mid. Trash. No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to do something now. I'm going to before that point, like there are some villains that come out from events. The Batman Who Laughs, Null, Perpetua, all these threats that don't exist before that particular event happens, and now suddenly,
Annihilus is one now from
yes,
the Nova this thing. No,
yeah,
no, it's not. Why are you looking? Annihilus is came from that event now.
No, it
yeah,
didn't. What are you talking
It
about?
did that one. That was the first time that Richard Ryder met Annihilus, or Annihilus was introduced.
Because that's the first time. Annihilus is a 60s villain of the FF. From
Oh, okay.
oh yeah, I know he's well old school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know those
Okay.
one of the original FF foes.
Villains. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
My bad. My bad.
Um,
Okay. Sorry, today I interrupted you.
yeah. No, so all these types of villains that just come up for one-off events, and they are now the new big threats for everything.
right. So
They are, yeah,
can I say something there? See. Okay. So you said you Kex created a whole new category, lower than trash.
No,
yeah,
For no,
Null.
I'm actually gonna say
literally NULL.
to uh, to me, I'm going to say I, I'm almost wanted to put him above mid, but I'm gonna stick him mid. I didn't like that event,
Yeah,
but he's also part of another mythos part that I like. He's
you
a
like the
creator.
mythos of Null?
Yes, like like now he's almost like the primordial god of darkness before light came into the universe. He's the creator of the Necro Sword. He's so I like that character on that level. I didn't like him. I did not like that King in backstory. But I don't mind
Okay,
him in other stories I've seen him in where he's not related to symbiotes. And there have been a
okay.
few now. So for me,
So
I'm putting him at mid.
admit. So let me split these things now. So we like some characters because of their mythos. We like some characters because of their effectiveness.
Right.
We like some because of the character himself,
Right.
how
Yeah.
likable the villain is. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
any other category I'm missing from for the villains?
I just saw
Because these
for
are
me.
the three. These are the most common three that I've been hearing so far from
Okay.
what we've been discussing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that. But yeah, you are right. The King in Black arc tying into the Necro Sword
Yeah.
was cool and all, but it fell into the trap of all events. Like
Yeah.
it's a new big bad threat from
Yeah.
nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no proper build up to that, and you're just co-opting existing like the Necro Sword when it was first introduced and tied to Null. I was like, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it fell into that trap for me. So that's why I'll not go as low as Kex and put him in
No,
below trash in
no.
Null category. I'll just put him in trash because as much as I don't like that event, that scene of Null blanketing the earth in darkness, it was a really cool scene in the comics.
I see. The thing is, I've liked him
Yeah.
in other stories now. I've liked him. So it's been a Toy Story. He's been in a Silver Sword. There's a Silver arc,
Mm,
and then they
okay.
kind of mentioned him. So I like the fact that he's now part of the cosmic part of Marvel Universe. So I like it like that.
Okay.
But yeah, that event I didn't like. So after that mid, I'll stay with mid.
Just
The
staying with
problem
mid
is
on that. Okay.
There you
he's
go.
linked. He's so linked with that event in my head that I just can't.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
So
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
now, okay. Yeah. Let's get this out of the way. Nemesis.
Right. So can I explain that one? So for our listeners who don't know who Nemesis is, he's part of the Millerverse,
Yes.
correct? So
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark
Correct.
Miller's, so Mark
Yes.
Miller's, and we said it offline. He's literally basically a bad Batman.
He's bad Batman. He's bad
Yeah,
Batman.
but he's such an extreme bad Batman, and he's got the same Batman. What's that? Plot armor. He comes up with these most ridiculous plans, executes these plans in the most ridiculous manner, and gets away with it.
Yes.
Which he shouldn't really. The plans
No.
are too complicated to ever
Too
work in real life.
advanced, too complicated.
Yes.
They require the amount of planning to execute those to execute them is just like
And
unreasonable.
everything has to go
It's
to
not. It's not. Not
everything has to go
realistic.
perfectly right for it
Yeah,
to be pulled off. It's just unreal. And he's
yeah,
ultra violent. When I say violent, he's ultra
yes.
violent. Um,
I mean, look at this. Okay, and some of the things he does, for example, is you have beef with someone, and you say, look,
yeah,
and you kidnap the person's daughter, and then you pregnate the person's daughter with the person's
yeah,
son's
oh
sperm.
god,
All of that is just like, why? It
yeah,
just feels very. It feels unnecessarily cruel, and because it's difficult. This person is clearly a psychopath, right? Now,
yes,
what I struggle with is if you're telling me that this person is a clear psychopath, but the person takes glee in it's like you have someone who's super calculating and can
yeah,
think 8 steps ahead,
yeah,
but somehow the person takes glee in pain, inflicting pain
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
suffering on people. So I'm like, at some point, it has to clash. Are you ultra cold and you're just doing it to punish the person, or you're now taking glee in doing some things? Like, so I'm just like,
It suits the
it's
plot.
just it's the worst of Mark Millar's writing.
Yeah, yeah. I actually think he's an outlet for the worst of the impulses of Matt Miller himself.
Yeah,
It's like
impulses. Absolutely.
all those thoughts that nobody should have. He puts them in that
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's trash. I'm gonna say trash. Yet, ironically, whenever I see a comic with nemesis, I will read it. Which I don't know.
Yeah, because it's a Mark Millar comic. You read
Yeah, is
Mark
that
Millar
something about
comics.
me? I know this trash character is going to be over the top. Yeah, I can't resist not reading it.
Yeah, yeah.
The same way I don't like
I
Mark
mean, and
Millar's. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
he's
Ken,
what?
you saying something? No, Ken, you froze. You said something just now.
Oh, sorry. I said, and one thing I don't like as well is that he always gets away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
sorry, it pisses me off. Sorry, today, what were you
Yeah,
going to say
so
that?
I was going to say
Another?
that the same way I don't like Mark Millar's prodigy or his genius characters as well. On the
Yeah,
other angle, it's the same way I don't like Nemesis. Like their victories don't feel end. It
yeah.
just feels
Yeah,
like he's just
You know
writing it
what?
for them to win.
Exactly.
So yeah,
That is it.
I don't like.
That is it.
I don't
That
like,
is it.
and the character is unlikable.
That is
He's
it.
not even
Oh, very.
charismatic.
Yeah,
He's not
there's no
funny.
redeeming character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I don't even
No,
mind a totally evil bastard, but even the guy himself, I don't find him likable just by himself. Like it's just the kind of guy you want to punch in the face for no reason at all. So
it's
yeah,
not. Yeah, yeah. And
it's like
something that you say, like, you are right. It doesn't. That's the problem. And that's the problem with Mark Millar's typical 4 issue runs.
Yeah.
There's not enough time for the payouts. It's always rushed. It's
Oh
always
yeah,
yeah.
one fantastic setup, great introduction to this world.
and
Always
it
issue
ends.
2,
Yeah,
shit goes sideways. Issue 3, fuck, how are we going to resolve this? Issue 4, it's all done. He will resolve it in 1 issue. And you're like,
Yeah.
like always, perhaps even the last few panels, maybe somebody got something, a time machine went back in time, fixed something, came back, and it happened in the last 8 pages.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So
That's what it does.
he needs to expand that 4 page this thing. It doesn't
I mean
it,
it works for him. He's putting out a lot of work,
Yeah.
and he gets to explore a lot of ideas that have been bogged down in long form storytelling. Imagine if we're still reading about the
no,
what's this
but this
called?
is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you need to have it. I'm not saying I'm not saying have invincible run. Do 16 issues. Do 8. Because imagine if we'd read something like The Nice House on the Lake, if we had read that in 4 issues,
oh,
you'd
okay,
be like, put
Yeah.
all this
yeah,
thought
yeah,
into creating this world, and you just bleh.
Spend time, linger, please.
Linger.
Yeah.
Like, let us understand the threat level. Like, let us meet these characters beyond, hey, this person's fun loving and has these
Yeah.
powers. Sorry, I think it was deviating. Sorry, what was the next
Mm,
hero? Who
yeah.
was it? Nemesis, trash for me.
Nemesis trash, trash,
Yeah.
Gapo,
Trash. Yeah.
trash. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, now we are getting somewhere. I'll go with Grill from DC Comics, the daughter of Darkseid.
Mid, because she could be better. I like
Okay.
her design. I like her look. I like I like her. I like her. I don't see enough of her. I think she could do more. I think she's someone that we could have more of. The last time we saw her was in that Tom King Wonder Woman, but I think
Yeah.
she could do more.
I'm just going to echo everything
Yeah.
Keck said. Greatly designed character,
Yeah. Yeah.
but nothing done with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made for me.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we've seen more of the Furies and Granny Goodness
Yeah,
than
yeah.
Grail. We need to see a lot more. Thankfully, we do have that new gods. I don't know if she will appear in it coming up in is it November or
Yeah.
so? Is it around V? Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm so
Like
excited for Jesus.
I like Grill. I origin I always look at it sideways that
Yeah.
Amazon that
This
slept
side,
in
this
this
side, this side.
dark side. How
Side,
did that happen? Where did that
this side.
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes a bit sad. But beyond that, I like it. I like that introduction where she came. There was a scene where she does. It was in the Justice League event where she just walks
Yeah.
in.
What was that event? What was that event? It was the event that
Forever,
Oh,
Mr.
no, it was
Miracle
after
was live.
Forever Evil. Yeah, was Dark
No,
Side
that's
Wars or
fine.
something like that.
it was that side. It was that side event. I can't remember what it's called. Yeah.
You're right.
I
It
think it
was
was
literally
Dark
Dark
Side.
Side something. It was
Yeah.
Dark
Yes, Dark
Side
Side
something.
Wars or something
You're
like
right.
that. Yeah.
That's so right.
Yeah. So yeah, so that particular one, then I think the end of that event was where she where that child was turned to a baby by his omega beam or something as stupid like that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yes,
That's what happened.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes. He's right. He's right.
yeah. But she's an interesting character. She's an
Yeah,
interesting foil, especially someone like Wonder Woman.
yeah,
She's the kind of person I would like to see
yeah,
Wonder Woman go up against more often. But yeah,
yeah.
so yes,
I've never actually understood why Wonder Woman and Cheetah, why Wonder Woman, why
Yeah.
Wonder Woman and Cheetah, like why Wonder Woman struggles to defeat Cheetah. Well, sorry, go on. That
because
was
she
just
was
my word.
friends. They were friends. Yeah.
No. Well,
There's always they've added that friendship to the dynamic.
And now they've made her a god.
yeah, I think she is supposed to be like a foil
Yes.
to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So
she's no longer,
because
she's no
there
longer
was a way
the
Tom
normal
King was
Cheetah.
writing, and I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
makes a little bit of sense. But I've just never understood. Like, she can't. Why should she be able to cut you? I mean, like Wonder Woman, you can stop bullets, but you can't.
Yeah, there are a lot of villains like that. Yeah. Okay, we are slowly climbing up the list. And
Okay.
Molon.
So the first time I saw Molon, I liked him a lot, and I liked.
So who is Molon?
Okay, so Molon is the anti-spider, basically. So he goes around around dimensions, like basically taking the spider totem off out.
The feed on it. It's food.
Kills.
Spider totems are their food.
Yeah, Molon.
So So Molon
and they're
feeds on
yes.
spider totem their energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The energy,
him and his
exactly,
family.
the energy from the Spider-Man.
Yes.
So the person. Yeah. Go on. No, go on.
No. Him and his family have been.
have.
They spent decades. Well, I said decades, probably centuries, going around different universities, different Spider Verses, have like all you can eat buffet.
Yeah.
And
Think about vampires that feed on spider energy.
Yeah, I think that's best accurate. They are vampires, but their food is not blood. Their food is spider verse energy.
Yeah.
So he to the spider people, he's a massive threat, and I can't even speak anymore today. Existential threat to the whole Spider Verse.
Yes.
So it was a big deal.
Yes.
But I have some natural aversion to him as a character, and I don't know why. I never liked him. I don't think he's trash, but for me, because I don't like him, I'm going mid.
Yes.
So this might be a personal thing with me personally.
Okay. So I completely understand where you are coming from, and it makes sense. And it makes sense why you would think he's meh, because he actually is kind of meh.
Mm-hmm.
But there was, after I read the comic book, there was a book, a prose book. I have it somewhere. I think it's downstairs, of Spider-Man meeting Morlon and having I can't for the life of me. I've not read it in maybe a decade.
Oh, okay.
I'll literally search for it now.
Mm.
And the novelization of it.
Oh, okay.
is so intense. Like Spider-Man spider senses go crazy before he sees Morlon.
Oh, yeah, right.
And he's on edge, he's shaking, he's like, what's going on? Like he doesn't even see the guy,
Mm.
but somehow like he's pre-com is like going
Yeah.
crazy. Anywhere the guy lands, whether it's Madame Web, whether it's all of them just scatter.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
him to fight Morlon is almost him going against his spider sense, which is asking him to run.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, the way they broke it down, I was like, oh my god.
Sorry,
so
what's the name of this book?
I'll go and
Can
check. I literally can't remember.
Please send it to us after. I would love to read that.
I promise I
Yeah.
will. It's very, very good.
So yeah,
So I'll
Molam
give
is
you-
good because Molam is good because it's a threat. Like it comes up as a very threatening figure to these guys, to the
Yes.
Spider Society. So like that's why it's like one of those guys that when he shows up, you go, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, I found it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to post it here. So, guys, if you're out there, if you go and read Spider-Man, The Darkest Hour or The Darkest Hours, written by, and I will put it here in the chat, and we'll recommend it, written by Jim Butcher.
Okay.
Spider-Man, The Darkest Hours, written by Jim
Yeah.
Butcher. So you might
Yeah.
find an e-copy or something, but it's a hard copy. Yeah, it's basically him going against Morlon and trying to fight Morlon despite what his spider sense is saying. So it made me like him more. So I'll put him mid.
Yeah. Okay. Mid. Then yeah, I'm going to mention now Orchis. It's a new, well, not exactly a new villain, but new organization. And for the X-Men, like they got triggered up when the X-Men formed Krakoa as their country, and yeah, they led to the complete destruction of
Say no more
the
today.
mutant. Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Yes.
That
So
was
let me defend this.
yeah.
Please do so.
It looked like no. It looked like no. They have now entered the fabric of the Marvel universe. So you don't just see them in X-Men books. You can hear about them in maybe an Avengers book or something like that. Sure. And they are here to stay. So they're not going to be leaving anytime soon. And there's been fallout from the Orchis, the Orchis, what do you put? Like the coalition coming together and then them being disbanded. There's still fallout from it. There's still Sentinel tech all over. They made Sentinels a threat again. And do you remember, guys, very clearly, years and years ago, how many years ago now? Maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, when in the House of X and Powers of X, the comic book where the X-Men went to space to bring Master Mold into the sun.
That station. The Orchid station.
The space station. And to hit the Master Mold into the sun. And they all died, basically.
Yeah.
And then that comic book is one of the most powerful X-Men missions I've ever read, because they went on that mission knowing they were all most likely going to die. And we saw them all dying one by one. And the very last bit was where the Master Mold was in the forge, was about to, like, it was being held in the state in the space station. And then what's his name? Nightcrawler grabs Wolverine and he's talking to Wolverine. And he's basically about to sacrifice themselves, and they teleport themselves outside the space station. And immediately they land. Nightcrawler gets vaporized by the sun, and then Wolverine is still like smashing this thing. And he finally smashes it and it falls into the sun. And basically that's how they destroy Master Mold for that adventure. And then they get rebirthed again. I'm like, for that kind of a threat, for them to have to do that for Orchis was a very, very, very well organized machine. It had Mr. Sinister, it had Fei Long, it had Nimrod, it had, what's the name of that Nimrod's wife? The woman that was that Scott. I'm like,
Omega.
not even the Omega Sentinel. You know, that was another person.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, this was for me such a big threat. For it was like the Third Reich for Jews then. So it was something that was created and designed for the steady eradication of the mutant gene from to wipe them out completely by any means necessary. They had magic, they had like dark magic protocols, they had science, they had hard science, they had future tech from. They were willing to bargain with anybody. Sorry, I feel like I'm going on too long. Orchis is great, guys. It's not even. It's not even. It's not even any. And Orchis was even able to now not just fight the mutants, but also nullify like the Avengers and everybody, and just say, hey, stay your day. Oh. Don't even involve yourself. We're a sanctioned, we're a sanctioned organization. We have our, our bylaws and everything. Like we've been signed off. So if you fight against us, that means you're fighting against UN. I was like, nah. Even Mr. Fantastic said had to just give his son one kind of small distance. See, you don't have XG though. Just tell him. Tell them you don't have XG. Nah, I'm like that's an organization. I love their Orchis. I did.
Yeah, I like Orchis. No, not love. I like Orchis a lot.
I love Orchis.
Honestly, I was almost. This is the only thing I was wishing for. That some heroes were also part of Orchis as well. Like it would have made
like US agent and co.
US agent and co. Like Tony Stark bankrolling part of them, thinking was for something else. Like because Orchis felt like an human threat, an human response to the advent of mutant power. And yes, being that kind of all-seeing, like I don't like all-seeing organizations, but like this all-seeing organization made a lot of sense that he has been created specifically in case this guy gets so much power.
By any means necessary.
Yeah. And
they had terrible organization.
Yes.
And it's the same way. Sorry.
Yeah, continue.
No, it's the same way the Third Reich had Jewish spies, like people that would pretend and infiltrate like the underground network, like the underground railroad of trying to get Jews out of Poland and whatever. They had like different divisions. Okay, now here, now with the gas mutants.
Yeah.
Now you people here, you'll be doing jazz for them. You people here, you'll be harvesting them to get their powers and putting it into machines. Like I was like, it was a well-run unit. Horrible.
And they were from every why I said I would have loved if there were some heroes on it, because Orchis was formed from all the spy agencies around the world. They were being funded by, like you said, sanctioned globally.
Yeah.
Like we are not part of you in case so the mutants don't attack us, but you are our human response to the mutant threat.
Yeah.
So it was they were terrible.
It was very well thought. I like it.
Well thought out villain. But
that
you have a point.
I didn't like them.
You didn't like them? Why?
Yeah,
you didn't like them because now let's be clear. You did not like them because of what they stood for, or you didn't like them because of the way they were all like the way it was written. They were written.
Not the way they were written. Actually, okay, so no, not the way they were written. I actually think some characters, some members of the Orchis family were written very well. But I think Orchis as a whole, I did not like the whole. Well, I didn't like them because one, they're like a mishmash of some agencies, some you also had AIM in it. You also had what's that other group? What's the beekeepers? Yeah, the beekeepers.
AIM.
Oh, AIM. Oh, there's another evil group. Anyway, I thought, what you guys do together? In the end, they were duped by the machines.
Okay, but you know it's a reasonable response. That's if we want. It's just the same way. It's just the same way the X-Men Council. Look, we want to create this nation. We are going to need rebirth. So, who is the best geneticist that we know? Fuck.
Yeah, but
Nathaniel Essex. Okay, go and contact him.
I don't like organizations that.
And AIM are an evil organization that are like an evil science organization. Like they do anything for science.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're not actually evil.
No, my issue is
advanced idea mechanics.
I didn't buy the fact that these guys were working together. I didn't buy that at all, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I can put that to one side. My biggest issue is this was a group created for this event. They did not really last beyond that event, this whole arc.
The arc has been going for 4 or 5 years.
Doesn't matter. They were created for like this whole crowd. They were created as part of the Cracker formation, and they didn't outlast it.
Yeah,
no, but there's still Orchis.
The fallout
of Orchis is still there.
Yeah, but it's not really August anymore. They're scattered anyhow now.
Yeah, but no, we're not
To
saying
me,
that. No, one second. We're not
I
saying
was
that.
more invested in people like what's that guy, the guy in the pink suits, in the pink suit, the guy who was wearing white and pink, their boss.
Fei Long.
Yeah, Fei Long.
Chinese guy.
I love Fei Long.
Yeah,
I loved him as a character.
yeah.
I loved where Fei Long was interacting with the AI guys, with Nimrod. I like all of that.
Yeah.
But August by itself, to me, was just I just found it as a tool to serve a story. I didn't really like. I didn't really like it. I did like the one that I did like the action that Kex mentioned in the beginning.
Yeah.
This is a threat. I thought if they kept it more like that, but then even the scenes of what they were in that story anyway. But that was a good introduction to them. I won't lie.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Moira joined them.
Moira is a bastard.
I swear.
That is enough said.
I swear.
That's enough said.
Right.
Moira.
Okay.
Nah.
So you said mid, that one, right?
I'm
you
going
said,
mid.
You said mid.
I like them.
So you're going great, right?
I'm going great.
I'm not going up to great, but I like them.
Okay.
So great and two mids.
Yes.
Okay.
God the God Butcher. God the God Butcher.
For me,
the same mid to me.
What?
It's a great comic book, but it's actually like a big character.
Sorry.
It's a great run. It's a great run.
What are you doing here? What are you doing?
The big character.
Like, what is this?
Honestly, by himself, again to that most point, it's not like we've seen him again since then.
It makes me laugh that the one person all night long I'm going to give grade to. Kex has already killed my ginger.
No. Please go ahead. No, it's just. I like him. I like what he stood for. I like how difficult he was. I think the run. I like the story more than I like him.
But I do now see where I guess personal bias might play to this because Kex said something about have we seen him beyond that arc
since then? And
I don't think we have. But I think the arc was great. I think he was great. I think everyone was great about that. I think so. For me, he is great.
Yeah.
But I can see.
Instantly iconic.
Yeah.
Not many new characters come out and they are instantly iconic. Like the way it was introduced, the level of threat he represented.
Yes.
We've not seen that kind of threat being communicated that way. Like with Molon and the spider senses going haywire, with Thor having to fight him three times across 3 different time spans and losing or not knowing how the battle goes each time. It was like, this is a great introduction to this character. And then we now see him killing all the gods, establishing his credentials as someone to take seriously. I can't think of a lot of villains that get such an epic introduction and live up to the threats they represent.
Especially in this century as well. For me, I'm going great on that one.
Okay.
I'm also going great on
that. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Now, Beast. We introduced Beast is from the X-Men. We introduced Beast on this list because of what has been going on for the past almost a decade now, at least, with this particular character.
So what is the question you're asking us now?
Yes, is he a great villain?
I refuse to answer that question.
I'm going to say no.
Why?
I think he's just an ass.
That's what all villains are usually.
Yeah, but I think he's just an ass, and I can't even say he's great. Dr. Doom is an ass, but he's great. Beast just annoys me.
A good villain should annoy you.
He doesn't annoy me on a level like Doom doesn't annoy me. Galactus doesn't annoy me.
Yeah.
Magneto annoys me, but he annoys me for the right reasons. Because he's such a big villain, and still people still are following him and loving what he's saying. I just think this is an ass. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that great. I think he's sneaky. I think he's a hypocrite. I just don't like him, and I don't think he's great. I think he's a villain. He's a little villain. He's a little man. He's an asshole, and he's just somebody that I despised.
all what you're describing right now,
I'm sorry.
but all what you're describing right now are all marks of what makes a good villain a villain.
No.
What?
Yes,
It-
like
it-
a little man that is annoying and yeah, like because like if you're going to write a character you're not supposed to like, you're supposed to despise, it's marking all those boxes for you.
Have you all watched Harry Potter?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you remember the character? I think he's a cleaner. He's
Filch.
Filch.
Yeah. Yes.
The guy that has the cats. I don't like that guy at all.
Yeah, Beast is Filch.
Exactly.
But is he great?
He's a
No, exactly. Beast is Filch. I can't do this. But it's
It's like, is it Worm Tongue? It's like Worm Tongue in,
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So Kex, what's your opinion on this villain?
I'm not voting, you know. He's not a villain. He's not a villain.
He's not a villain. You don't consider him a villain.
I'm joking. He's a trash villain because I don't even like the way they transitioned him from hero to trash. I've never liked it. I don't like it as well. So trash.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm there with you, Kex.
Yeah, I think he's a great villain. Specifically for the reasons you guys don't like him. You guys have a very
visceral
reaction to the character right now. And I think that visceral reaction is what makes him a great villain. He's not someone he's not someone you're ever going to root for. There are villains you like, but this is a guy you're not supposed to like right now. So having that visceral reaction to the things he does, and the things he does that are outright despicable, it makes for a great character. So yeah.
There's something that also upsets me quite much about this whole, and I know I've said it loads of times, and I'm just going to make it really short. So somehow Benjamin Pierce thought that it would be a great idea to write this guy as this unmitigated, horrible person willing to sacrifice mutants for his cause, or for some cause that he feels that he's well suited. He's like, he just woke up one day and said, "I'm fighting for mutants, and in order to get this, what mutants want, I have to kill mutants if necessary to get it." You know, some of the horrible things he cloned Wolverine. Some of the things he did are just absolutely like they are very sinister, Mr. Sinister level of crimes.
Oh yeah, totally. It's an asswipe.
Yeah, no,
but
wait,
like it fits into that role for a purpose.
Wait,
no,
I don't. I think it was pigeonholed into it. But okay, so now we have him, and then what happens is somehow one of his clones is now is now one of the X-Men.
Yes.
So now we have Dark Beast from Age of Apocalypse.
Yes.
We have Henry McCoy from Bad Henry McCoy, and then we have Henry's clone, who is with the X-Men now, all running all running around. It's stupid. I mean, this is like a telenovela.
Yes, I agree.
Comics are like telenovelas if you think about it too much.
That new beast is literally a new beast with only the good sides in him.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, how are you even working with this guy knowing that he could have this madness? Nah, I don't like this. Sorry. So for me, trash.
Trash. Okay, that's fair. I was going to start mentioning invisible villains, but I'll pick which one is your most iconic invisible villain. I will talk about that.
There are a lot of them, and I can't remember them.
I wanted to say one, but I think
I want to say one too.
I'm going to change my mind.
I want to say one.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going. I hope I get the name right. I'm going to say Annie.
Annie.
Yes.
The lady.
Yeah, the lady. Yes, the lady.
Anya.
Okay.
Anya, something.
Anya.
Anya, yeah.
Anya, yeah.
Something like
Her.
that.
I'm going to go for her.
I'm going to say that cyber beast guy, or what's his name? That white.
Battle Beast.
Battle Beast, or what's his name?
Is he a villain?
Anissa, not Ania, Anissa.
Oh, Anissa. Yeah, Anissa.
Yes.
It's Anissa.
Yes.
Well, is Battle Beast a villain? What the
Battle
Beast
based.
what the Beast is like
I
Conan.
know. I just remember. I just remember. I don't know if I don't know if
I love Battle Beast. I love Battle
I
Beast.
like it.
Yeah.
But I don't think
But
I don't see him as a villain.
You don't see him as a
yeah,
villain.
it feels more like
No.
a Lobo type.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
He
it
likes
feels more like
fasting.
a Lobo.
So my answer is a spoiler for the ongoing TV show, so I should probably not mention that. So I'll go with Trag.
Okay.
Is that the answer you want to go with, or do you actually pick?
No,
Okay.
my original answer is going to be a spoiler for the
Okay. Okay.
ongoing TV show right now for people
Okay.
who have not read ahead.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can give you guys a clue to who that is without mentioning names or saying, yeah, we've met this character and he's currently on the side of the angels,
Oh,
basically.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do I?
Today, can type it in the chat.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I'll type it in the chat for you guys. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll go with Trag because Trag is what's this thing called? He comes as this epic bad guy,
Yeah.
and it feels epic and it's very strong, but it's also very small-minded towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he's put on the ropes, he has this lose at all costs kind of mentality.
I mean, I agree that he's a great
Yeah.
villain. I would,
Yes.
So, but
Yeah.
so I'm not because I said Anissa. I'm not saying that he's not. I think he's a great villain. I
Anissa is a very
Yeah.
personal villain,
yes.
and
She's a villain on a
yeah,
very bad level, on a whole different level, not the scale of Frag.
but on a very personal level.
Yes.
Yeah.
What she did. Yeah,
Especially even after the switch
Yeah.
at the end,
yeah,
you can still feel the reaction
yes,
to
yes.
that action, and in some cases, it makes it even worse
I
that
think
the
it is.
switch happened.
In a weird way, we've kind
Yeah.
of like Anissa, kind of like A Train. I've started to realize I don't easily let go.
Oh, I don't. Don't
So
see. I can let go for Anissa, but I don't let go for A-Train. I think it's the way it's written.
okay, so Anissa, she had a redemption arc, but I'll still always remember her for what she did.
For what she did, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I almost feel let down is not the word. I almost feel deprived of the revenge, the anger I feel for her for what she did
Right.
by making her that way.
Yeah.
I feel like you deprived me of my justifiable anger and righteous anger by now making her
Yes.
good. Or
You
I
you
feel
were
like
not,
I should be angry.
you
Let me
you were
feel what
not
I feel. What she did was despicable.
you will
Yeah.
not give
But like,
you will not give me your Django moment.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. But I kind of like that in that because like
Oh, yeah.
people go and move on, and sometimes you don't get closure on certain
I think it's good
events.
writing,
Yeah.
and it's good writing in the
Wow.
sense that it's denying us what we wanted. It's not
Yeah.
giving us the expected
The
Closure.
satisfaction. Yeah.
and
Closure.
pushing you in a situation where oh God,
Yeah.
do I have to like her now? What kind of nonsense like this?
Mm.
It's almost like
Yeah.
Cersei's brother in Game of Thrones,
Jamie.
Jamie
Yeah.
Lannister.
Oh yeah.
The arc he went through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always like those
Yeah.
kinds of arc where you are forced to reconcile, like a villain act, not come to Jesus moment, but a
Yeah.
villain that you actually do not like, getting
Yeah.
some form of redemption when it's done well. It's like it challenges even you, with the readers, about forgiveness and
Yes.
letting go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. Fair
I
enough.
like yeah. But yeah, the one I mentioned in the
Yes.
comments, I think you've seen
No,
the
I
name.
remember now. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, like his
Yeah.
arc, the arc of that storyline was like yes, beautifully executed. From where you see it and where it ends up, like, it makes perfect sense
Yeah.
for it to turn out that way. So that's why it for me that's the list here.
Okay.
Then yes, we're coming down on the last few villains.
All right, let's not fool them because we've got.
Okay.
Yes, I think this is probably the last one actually.
Okay, go on.
The Maker.
Okay, guys.
Oh, great.
On three. Oh, you spoiled it. On three. One,
Great.
2, 3. Great.
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 Why?
You love to hate him. He
Why?
has taken he has taken the he has made an art form of taking the worst parts of Reed Richards. He's one of the most despicable, most most. In fact, let me tell you something. He's so bad that he did something good once, and the thing made me angry. I was like, "Why are you trying to? Don't even try
Why
to."
trying to be
So
nice
I think it was Ultimate Evolution. Why are you trying to be nice to
Miles?
Miles?
Yeah, to Miles.
I know you're a piece of shit. Just maintain your shit over there. Don't even bring out this boy inside. I don't like that guy at all.
I can't answer the question why. Because
Just
if somebody said to me, "Oh, that well, there's this villain. I'm going to create this villain. It's going to be a copy of a assistant hero, but I'm just going to make him bad."
yes.
I would say, "Oh God, that's not going to be good."
Yes.
Yep.
Yet the execution of that idea
is God
is
tier.
excellent.
It's God tier.
Because this is not the first copy of hero that is bad we've seen. Even on this list, we
true.
have Batman Who Laughs. We've had
Yes.
Ultraman. I mean, the entire Crime Syndicate family
Yeah.
is basically this idea. But this one kind of works.
Yeah, he's bad. He's very bad. He has no apology in him for what he does.
At
He
all.
doesn't care.
At all.
His goals are what he
At
wants
all.
to achieve. He will take them. He will do it at any means. He's capable. He's scary, and many times he wins.
Capable.
Yes,
And he's better than his good counterparts. Like he's smarter. He's better at what he does than his good counterpart because he's smarter than Reed.
He's not matter.
He's smarter than Reed.
He's not matter.
That boy, he's smarter than Reed.
He's not matter.
He's smarter than Reed.
He's not matter.
He's just less moral.
Yes, there's no.
There's no compunction to him.
Yes, there's no holdbacks for him.
No, he's everything. Wait, sorry, one second. He's everything. His mind and his body are better than Reed's. It's just the same way Ultimate Hawkeye is better than Clint, and they're named the same thing.
I don't.
No, what? The guy is
for Ultimate Hawkeye.
The guy is smarter than Reed.
I don't think he's smarter than Reed.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
I won't argue with it.
See. Let's go like this now. He has a singular focus. Reed is married with kids. The level of things they're able to do.
Does Reed send his kids?
But Isha has.
Wait. Repeat that statement.
Somebody that changed his child's DNA, does that one send his kids?
It's because he sent his kid to
that
the DNA now.
That act is a very act of sending.
So that's how you send your child, Abi, by changing your child's DNA without your child's.
No, see, the action is stupid, but there's a reason behind why he did it, and that reason is
the guy acts like he cares. The guy acts like he cares based on the book that he's read, and this is how people that care. The guy doesn't
No.
This is
that's just big. That's big talking. That's beef talking.
But if he's beast now, he'll be supporting beast. That's beef talking. Maker. Anyway, Maker is great. No matter which way you put
because why I kept Maker for last is because we all like him, and yes, it's the exact character we're not supposed to like.
I don't like him all. See, okay.
I mean, as a villain, it's the exact character we're not supposed to like.
It's weird. I hate him with all passion.
Yeah.
But I still recognize him as being very great.
Yeah.
Whereas I hate Beast and I don't recognize him as being
Yeah, what? What did you say?
The way I hate him is almost similar as I hate Beast too. But I hate Beast with disrespect. But I hate this guy, but I have respect. I put respect on him.
So Beast triggers you personally. This guy his villainous actions are not very personal.
He scares me. Even though he's a comic character, he's kind of character. You know, when you say, "I wish there's heroes in the world," or there's super, I would not wish him to exist in real life. He will comfortably end everybody on the planet.
Okay.
No
guys, so let me just ask you. Let me just read this out. Yeah. So, this is for the Maker.
Yes.
It's revealed that his abilities allow him to stretch his brain in order to accommodate and solve any problem. Thus making him a human computer. Okay. He cannot stretch indefinitely. Blah 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 blah. He experiences an increase in his intellect from the accident that empowered him, making his mind as flexible as his body. He has shown a reduced need for sleep due to hyper-efficient workings of his brain. Ultimate Reed's body has been radically transformed. His only internal organ being a bacterial sac that generates energy to his body. Because remember that he doesn't eat. this obviates the need for a circulatory system. He doesn't have a digestive system. He has no lungs.
Are you
Blah blah blah
reading
blah
all
blah.
this fit skinny con that they write about
No,
characters
no,
up
no.
and
I'm
down?
reading.
Yeah.
No. I'm reading.
Everything he said
There's,
is from the comics, so it's fine. I've got no argument for everything he said.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember the episode.
I want to see where it's going with all of this. Yeah. Anymore?
Does Reed have all of this?
It doesn't matter. He's smarter than he's as smart as smart maker. I don't care how the smart is arrived at.
How can you say he's as smart as this thing where you don't have anything to justify the guy's body?
No,
And
because this guy doesn't eat.
Like I said, his
It doesn't
body
sleep.
and his
It makes it
mind
matter. Yeah.
are more expanded than Reed's. His powers are more expanded than
He
Reed's. And that
expands his
is
brain.
Reed's
Reese has that ability. You know that. You know Reese has that ability. To expand his brain. You know that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. No,
No,
let's
he does.
assume he does. I don't know.
Yes.
Does he use it?
I mean,
He's used it once that I remember. He does. Unlike so the difference is Maker. I think permanently, because if you see that his head shape.
That is helmet's thing. Why is he
Yeah.
wearing it?
No, it's permanently because he's permanently kept it.
Yeah.
That level.
Glued on his head.
Yeah. Rick can do it. Rick doesn't feel the need to constantly do it.
Okay.
But also, I think that's also what makes it even more dangerous. He's willing to operate at that level consistently when he wants to, do his that's the plans.
Okay.
Have we ever had a Reed versus Maker show that yet? As we're talking, that's just a concept. I don't think we've had one yet.
Guys,
didn't they meet in Secret Wars?
They did, but it was not like I don't think they were against each other.
Mhm.
Maker kind of was latching on to survive in a way, if I remember correctly. It was not like a them v them. I think Maker tried to co-opt his craft. You know the craft that was going to survive the crossing from universe.
Yeah, that was the one Reed created to survive that.
Yeah.
Reed came out of that craft. Reed led the heroes to fight against Doom. I'm not sure where Maker was in that particular scenario.
No, I think Maker just used it to survive because obviously they were not going to take him from the old universe. And so I think he just used his smarts. I need to go and reread that. But I don't think they faced off. I can't remember.
I'm sorry. I'm reading it now. I remember that the guy lived 1,000 years. Was it in the negative zone or in the dome?
No, in the children's children.
Guys, the end of story. End of story.
No, there's no story.
End of story.
That doesn't mean anything. Reed has
somebody has lived 1,000 years plus. Somebody has lived.
Wait. You know, Reed's done that. You know, Reed has done that.
Has he lived 1,000 years as well? Where?
Wait, with dad. Where was the time travel with dad and spent ages and then came back. And funny enough, but today's
coming, thousands of years that more.
I can't remember how long it was for.
You know what? Check. Let's not bore our people. We're literally going to continue this on.
Yes.
Okay.
Offline.
So
okay. So we can come. Is the greatest non-villain. So we can come to the end of the particular episode. And from what we've said, it's things like we like the character, we like the dress they represent, and we like how they fit into the world post their introduction. Yes, that's what makes us rank all these characters either great or completely retarded. So if you disagree with the list or you feel like we've missed any particular villain, let us know, and we'll discuss
any particular villain that you like.
Yes.
Introduced after the 2000s. Yes. Okay. And that brings us to an end. Thank you today. So guys, remember to rate, like, subscribe. Naija's Geeking Out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Sorry, we've gone a bit longer than we expected, as always. And next week we will be talking to you about a comic book that was sent to us by
a couple of friends who introduced
Yeah, so we'll be talking about that comic book next week. So join us. Right, today you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, goodbye, guys. See you next week.
Okay, that one.
Yeah, thanks again for listening this week, guys, and we'll see you later.